Okay, this is an instruction video on how to use the J35 rotational bracket. Once you receive your bracket, it'll come in a package here. The only item that you will need to assemble your bracket will be a flathead screwdriver to assemble your bracket together. And I'll show you how to assemble different parts depending on the type of camera that you have here. And of course, if you have any questions, you can always give us a call at the Veach Company. It's 1-800-523-9944. There is an instructional sheet with this bracket here, but let me show you the parts that come with your complete bracket setup. You basically have the handle itself. You have the J36 tube cup adapter, which is this part right up here. You have the 540 assembly, which comes on the top. You have your internal ring, your inner ring, and then your outer ring. You also have your base plate, your drop-down plate, your anti-twist plates. And to assemble the bracket, when you receive your handle, all you do is just loosen it up from here, attach it to the bottom right to that. The nice thing about this bracket is that depending on the type of camera that you have, you can attach it directly to a tripod, or you can attach it to your camera and then right to the bottom of the handle. So you can actually put your quick release plate on there. And then you're simply all ready to go. You'll notice that there is a tightening knob in the front of the bracket here. In the tightened position, it's locked. It's not going to rotate on you. Just rotating just a hair will actually allow you to rotate your bracket. And there are stops up here that'll show you where the bracket actually stops. It gives you the 90 and 180 degree stop. And from there, this is basically ready to go. Let me show you a bracket that's already assembled here. When you get your camera, basically here's the same bracket here. Depending on the type of camera that you have, for example, if you have, let's say, a full body camera such as this Nikon D1X, you want to make sure that when you assemble your camera, you hold the ring here, you put your camera through the center of the ring, and then you'll notice you want to loosen up the anti-twist plates here. The bottom of your camera has a 1/4-20th thread on the bottom. You attach your you actually attach your base mount, of the bracket itself to that. And I'll show you as I'm doing this here. Now, right now it's too close to my ring. My fingers are too close to the ring. I want to loosen that up and want to bring this back as far as I can. Now, looking at this right here, once I get it back as far as I can, I want to make sure that that my camera, once I get it tightened down, I want my lens to be in the center of my ring itself. If it's not, what happens is that if it's slightly off a little bit, then I'll have some the shadowing off to the one side, from there. So basically, now that it's attached, you're simply all ready to rotate your bracket and you can start to go. Now, the anti-twist plates, basically, you'll need to take your screwdriver, loosen this up, and you want them to be flush with the back of the camera itself. So when you're in the rotating position, if you have a heavier lens, you do not want this lens to actually, you don't want your camera to tip forward, in this position. And so the anti-twist plates will actually adjust to the back of this, and that'll help you keep your lens from tilting. As far as attaching other types of camera, let me show you what it would be to attach. For example, if you have a Nikon D70. The D70 is a little bit different body style, and we made a special adapter plate. If you do have this type of camera, if I tried taking my my D70 the way it is right now, there's no drop-down plate, so my lens automatically hits the bottom of the ring here. And so what I would have to do is I would actually have to take off the J710, which is the adapter in the middle, and I need to take those screws and put them on the top up here. So basically what I'm doing is I'm bringing this plate up and attaching it here. And the other thing that will also as well is when I attach my camera on here, my fingers are too close to the inner ring itself. And so, and I need to be able to bring it back. In that situation, we have something called the J36 Base Extenders. And you get two of these to a package. They're 3/4 of an inch long. You would simply take out these screws here. Let me just take out one or a couple and I'll show you here how we actually attach those. Now this camera is already set up for the D1X there, but the nice thing about the bracket is once you get it set up for the camera, you just simply leave it adjusted for that, and removing your camera and assembling it is very quickly from there. Let me open the package here. And basically what you would do is here is that if you need to have this, basically you can disassemble this plate at the bottom here and remove this plate so that way you can actually attach it directly to here. But in this case you're not going to be using that drop down plate. Only with the long base cameras we'd be using that for. But in a situation where you do need to use that, you simply attach your screws there, your 3/4 adapter, your screw, and from there you basically just attach it back in here. And this will allow you to bring the base back another 3/4 of an inch long. And then from here you can actually add your other types of flashes from there. So this will give you an idea as far as how to attach your camera to it. And you can see I've got just one assembled on there, if you could tell by the video or not. And then once it's secured in place, you're basically, and you get the other side on, then you're ready to go. Now as far as attaching your camera, attaching your flash, there are several different types of flashes you can attach to it. For example, if you have like a Nikon or Canon where you're using a dedicated sync cord, you'll want to attach the tube cup, which is the round cylinder part that comes on top of the bracket that you see here. This part right here has a 1/4-20 thread. You can attach this to the sync cord on any sync cord, or if you have, let's say, this quantum flash, you can attach this directly to the bottom of the 1/4-20 on the quantum flash itself. And then really once you have it on there, it acts as a quick release plate. It fits on top of the bracket. You simply just tighten it down, and keep in mind I don't have the camera attached here, but once you have that in place, you're basically your flash is secured. It's not coming off. And really it's designed to be a quick release system and remove your camera very quickly. I hope this instruction video was helpful for you. Again, if you have any questions on there or I can be of further assistance, please give us a call. Our toll-free number at the Veach Company is 1-800-523-9944. Thank you very much and have a nice day.